Okay, I think we're going, are we? Yeah, we're going. This is
Cool.
Dan Harley here, my friend Todd, a Vietnam veteran, and as some of the other videos you've seen him kind of involved or part of the part of the group here, and I want to spend some time interviewing him and why he's here, and his roles and responsibility, and last but not least, he enjoyed himself being here. So, Todd, who are you? What's your name?
I'm Todd.
Hey, Todd. Okay, let's talk about when you first came here. You're a Vietnam veteran.
Yes.
Okay. You came here towards the end of the war, right?
I was here at the end of the war in
End of the war.
75.
75.
Yes.
Okay. You mentioned you're a helicopter co-pilot.
Yes, I am.
Okay, so you were flying people out of the country in 75, correct?
Yes, I was.
Okay.
Correct.
I usually don't pry into Vietnam veterans their lives then, because obviously it's personal. But if you want to share your experience, I'd appreciate that.
Okay. Basically, I came over here when I was 18,
Mhm.
almost 19.
Mhm.
I was transferred here from the unit, and my unit wound up being here.
Mhm.
And at the end of the war, like you said, and then I wound up flying off this embassy area,
Mhm.
back and forth off to the ship station off in the South China Sea.
Mhm.
And then in April 75, 30th was the last day here.
So you're a relatively short time. You're at the end here, and you really see the bitter end of what happened.
It was the bitter
So
end.
I'm pretty sure you have some memories there that probably you would like to forget.
Oh, yes. Yes.
So anyway, we met about 8, 9 years ago. I guess at the Tech Festival down in San Diego. We were trying to figure out which year it was.
I remember.
So we became old-time friends. So
Yeah.
and since then you've been kind of going back from Idaho to San Diego. We hit Apple Valley on the way and
Yes.
buy some stuff for my wife and stuff like that. She appreciates it, by the way.
It's all right. I appreciate it too.
And we befriended each other, and you've helped with my family's plight, getting my dad's VA his disability benefits squared off. We appreciate your input on that. And suddenly we became friends.
That's correct.
Now I know my wife and I go back and forth to Vietnam a lot. So what kind of incensed you to go back? From your perspective.
Well, looking at my perspective and what was going on with your dad at the time, I was glad to help your family out with the best I could do for them and shoot them in the right direction. I came back because because you told me basically I should go back and check it out after so many years. I mean, it's been years and years and years, and I never thought I was going to come back here ever in my wildest dreams. And then back in December of 2011, your family set me up in Saigon and got me come back here, and I stayed here for the month, and basically the first week was kind of strange because I was walking down the streets I walked around before, but then I realized nobody's going to get me. They just want me to buy things and have fun.
So I guess the moral of the story is that had we brought it with dollar bills and bullets, the war would have turned out quite a bit different.
It'd been different because everybody would have had money and everybody would have been happy.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't mean to lower the quality of people's experiences back to Vietnam veterans, but that's kind of how I'm hoping that a lot of veterans like Todd that come here, that I met here already or come here through my family's channels. They come here with I guess some baggage, and they left the baggage here and went home with a different set of bags, right?
That's correct. Not the first time, second time I was here, I had a lot of baggage and a lot of thoughts and a lot of ideas, and I thought things were different than what they were. And then when I came here and met people, and they were interested in what I was doing, and they were interested in me, and they wanted to speak English with me. It was a whole different thing. So basically, after being here for the month and going home, I dumped a lot of baggage here, and it felt good because I didn't have to take it home with me, or take more baggage home with me.
Right.
I came over with like a semi truck and left with a little satchel case, basically.
So let me ask you some questions people can constantly ask you. How did the Vietnamese treat you when you got here and while you were here?
This time or last time?
The second time. The first time was obviously weird or obviously horrific. Let's throw that word out there. Second time, how do they treat you?
The second time they treated me very well. They were very nice and respectful to me. Then they found out I was a veteran. Then they asked me questions and they wanted to know about the war and they wanted to know my role and they wanted to know how I'm doing after all these years. And I met some friends, and after 3.5 years I still keep in contact with those people by email, and it's just different. It's a whole different thing. Explaining just a whole different thing.
Whole different perspective.
Whole different perspective.
So you feel a lot of friendship here, a lot of sincere friendship when you know you and all that stuff.
That's correct.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So you mentioned. I got to go ahead and pry a little bit. You told me here.
Okay.
Apparently you got pretty lucky with the women out here.
When?
second and third time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's easy to meet women here because they like you because you're an American and you're different. Then they find out you're a veteran, then they're more in tune to you for some reason. Maybe it's because of the culture, I'm not sure. But I don't have problems meeting women or talking to women because most of them here speak English. Now they do. And they're just more, how should I put it? They're more friendly.
Friendly? I'll leave it as that.
That's like, it's in a good way. It's not, they're not, they're more traditional, but they're just more friendly to talk to.
Okay. You also told me about you spent New Year's here, your second trip.
Yes, I did.
Okay. How was that?
I came in here on Christmas Day. I flew into the airport and I spent Christmas Day here, and it was good. I landed in, and then I got tickets at the tower, and I got
the Bethesda Tower.
Yes, correct. And I got New Year's tickets, and I went up there on New Year's Eve, and I ran into an MVA officer that was here during the war, and a BC officer, and they gave beer each, and it was kind of strange, but we all sat around. They spoke French to me, and I understand a little bit French. And then we went up to the tower, and there's all kinds of people there, and tons of people, and
Hi, Danny. We're doing an interview. We're interviewing Todd.
And basically, everybody was very friendly to me, and there was a lot of people there that wanted to be at the tower, and a lot of Australians there. I was the only American, but there was a lot of Vietnamese women there that wanted to say hello to me.
And some, I presume. So, okay, now you were in Saigon, but you went north a little bit too, right?
Yeah, I went up to Da Nang, went to Cam Ranh, went to Nha Trang, Lake Kou, and around here, Kanza, around the Delta, flew over.
How was all that?
That was good. The second time.
Second time?
It was good because I got to travel and meet people, but the traveling wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, and everybody treated me well. I didn't have to worry about being mugged or whatever, pickpocketed. Everybody was very nice to me. That's all I can say.
Okay.
Very, very cordial.
So out of Nha Trang and Da Nang and Canton and all that stuff, what was your second trip? What was your favorite place?
On my second trip, probably Nha Trang.
Nha Trang?
That train was really pretty.
Yeah, I concur. My wife and I went on a honeymoon and went through most of the cities, and I think Nha Trang is probably, arguably, well, I'm going to leave a little space for Kanza here, but
Yeah, exactly.
arguably, I think of the major cities, Nha Trang is the prettiest.
Yes, it
And
is.
most, probably the most touristy too.
Yeah, it was very
It's
touristy.
pretty much set up for, if you want to be a tourist, that's the place to go.
Yeah,
So,
I looked like a tourist, and
Yeah.
I acted like a tourist,
Yeah.
and I wore my I Love Vietnam T-shirt, so I looked like a tourist.
So, okay, so anything else you want to bring in, enlighten on your second trip over here?
I found myself that the second trip was a lot different than I was going, like I said, I thought it was going to be, and it was 100% better than I ever dreamed it was going to be, and everybody accepted me fine. I didn't know if they were going to want to string me up or if they wanted to run me out of town, but everybody was very friendly to me, and I met a lot of people here, and they were very nice to me. And like I said before, I still keep in contact with some of the people I met here the second time.
So now the first trip you were here during your tour, you didn't go too many places other than back and forth to ships and Saigon.
No, I was in Saigon,
So.
and then flying, and basically I stayed on base. I went in Saigon, but not very often. It was kind of dangerous.
Yeah, I could imagine. So you never even thought about going to Trang or Da Nang or any place other than Saigon?
No, because that was hot zones,
Yeah.
and I didn't want to be in a hot zone.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So Saigon then compared to now, because you just spent a little time in Saigon. I remember when I was in Saigon, I remember Ben Thing Market in the statue in the middle of town there.
Correct.
Did you see anything like that for your first trip, your second trip?
Yeah, the market was there. It was
Hi, Danny.
same. It was
Where's
basically.
the remote?
Yes.
Oh, it's in there somewhere. My son's more worried about
Oh.
watching TV than their interview.
I want to play games with you later.
Yeah.
Some of the buildings are still there, but everything's built up around it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like old buildings, and then hotel or the mall.
But what do you think of the Rex and the Caravel?
Just upgraded,
Yeah.
totally upgraded.
You know, my dad told me when he was there in 64, 65, the Rex was actually bombed.
Yes.
And there was actually a big old hole in it for 2 years, and so it was amazing knowing that history and seeing the Rex now is this big old 5-star hotel.
I saw it the week before last at night, and had all the big lights up there, and the Caravel Hotel around the corner. It was different.
Yeah,
Really
so,
different.
Yeah, it's amazing. You know, you're at the kind of beginning or almost the beginning where communism started, and all hell is breaking loose. And now you see Saigon now going. You know, me personally going. You know, did we really lose? Did we really lose or win or what? You know, definitely. I go back to what I said before. I think that if had we shot dollar bills instead of bullets, it probably would have been a different outcome.
It would have been a lot different outcome financially.
Yeah.
I think
So anyway, let's jump to your current trip. Your third
Okay.
trip, you got here about a week before us,
Yes.
and
yes.
we kind of more or less try to actually a day before us.
I was
We
here
tried to
today.
coincide our trip
yeah,
together.
Yeah.
Okay, you kind of were in Saigon, but we were trying to orient in Kenza, and you were having some fun in Saigon.
Yes, I was. Yes, I
So
was.
anyway, so this trip here is more or less your experience in Saigon, a big city, and Kanza here, which is as one of your girlfriends explained, it's out in the sticks.
It is out in the sticks, and I
yeah.
like it. This is
So,
on the beach.
Anyway, compared to Saigon to here, what do you think? You've been here for a week, 2 weeks anyway. You spend most of the time here.
This is Kansas, like a little sleepy city, but it's around the beach, and your place here is fantastic, and the food here is really good. And the people are very nice here, and it's just compared to Saigon for the hustle and bustle. This is where I want to be for like tourist thing or traveling or stay for a couple weeks here and just enjoy the area, especially the beach right next door, and walking around and seeing things. I like it. I really like it here.
No, I do too.
That's why we're
Yeah.
here.
So yeah, my mom has done a fantastic job. A previous video on my YouTube channel, you'll see I did a kind of a tour of the house here. In fact, we're in the courtyard right now. So anyway, yeah. As like you, well, actually, I spent more time around the country you have, but in Hanoi and all these other places, this is a lot different than other places in Vietnam. As you mentioned, everybody seems to be much friendlier here, much slower pace.
Yes.
You can hear the birds chirp, and bugs are everywhere too.
Oh yeah.
By the way, we got to hurry up on this interview because we got a storm coming around the corner. So it is a much different set of life. And on top of that, I've been able, for the first time in 10 years, I'm actually able to ride a motorbike in the streets here and not get killed. And I rode, in fact, I rode you. I was a family Xeon driver, and we were running around town doing some adventures on ourselves here. And that's probably some videos going to be posted here in the future. So, but yeah, it's been fun. Let's see here. Let's some highlights here. We went to a beach restaurant twice over here. What do you think of that place?
Chow was good.
Chow was good?
Chow was good. First time I went there, chow was extraordinarily good. Today was a lot of people there, and the chow was still good.
Yeah.
But the beach we had high tide this time, so.
Yeah, we actually just got to see waves crashing
exactly.
on the beach. Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. Chow
Yeah.
was good.
Now, one thing I try to explain to everybody that cans out here is the shell. It goes way, 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 way out there for like maybe a mile, 2 miles. When it's low tide, you can literally, it's ankle deep for a couple miles.
Oh yes.
And it's amazing watching. We've seen this a few times where they go out there and gather something off the beach. Either, from what I understand, it's crab eggs, but they also go out the clams and everything else over there.
That's correct.
I try to explain to people in the other videos here. You know, you've been in that Trang and Da Nang. We have these beaches.
Yes.
Okay, and you lived in San Diego, so you understand that.
Yes.
And this is a little bit different here, right?
Totally different.
Yeah.
Totally different.
So.
Yeah, like the other day, when I rode the little scooter down to the beach, we walked out and walked out and walked out and kept going out, and it was you just kept going out.
Yeah, it's weird. You know, we're out there probably 200-300 yards, looking back, and we're ankle deep,
Ankle
200-300 yards out in the water.
Yeah, and we just kept going, and it kept going. There was people out there, probably 600 yards past us.
Beyond us, yeah.
Yeah, they were out there walking around. It was like, okay.
Yeah. So now, one thing it's kind of weird here is I call this a working beach because you can actually see people gather food from the mud and all that stuff here.
Right.
And we've seen that a lot. I think there's I'll use the term romantic part of all this. We don't see this on other beaches. For other beaches, this beach, you know.
Right.
This here, you see people literally. You sit at a restaurant and you see out there on the beach there gathering your food you're about ready to eat. You know?
That's true. That's very true.
Which kind of coincides with why the food's so good here. You know.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
So, now you've had seafood with us, and what do you think of seafood here? In fact, you've been in Saigon, and Saigon's renowned for its seafood. What do you think of the food here compared to, let's say, Saigon?
I thought the seafood in Saigon was really good. It was fresh. It was tasty. It was really good. But after being here and have them just take it right off the ocean, fresh, like 10, 20 minutes ago, it was totally good. I think the seafood here was better in Saigon, in my opinion, because it was just totally fresh, and it was just fresh out of the ocean.
Absolutely agree.
Yeah.
I should also mention too, while we were here, there is the Monkey Island we went to.
Oh yeah.
And kind of the second, third day, you were here for that weekend. That Monday we went there. We forget time and days here because it's just the way this way is in Kansas.
I don't even know
I don't know what day it is there now.
What day is it? Don't matter.
It doesn't matter.
I don't care.
So anyway, we went to Monkey Mountain with some friends and my family and all that stuff. What's there? It's a UNESCO site. It's actually world renowned, but not people. It's world known, but not too many people know about it. You got monkeys there. They got crocodile, saltwater crocodile sanctuary there,
Yes.
and they got the mangrove jungle,
Yes.
and the boat ride, and also the VC jungle camp. So,
Yes.
and so let's break this down. What do you think? I told you a little bit about it before we get there. But what was your perception once you got there when you seen the monkeys?
There was a lot of monkeys everywhere, and they were all running around begging for food. Like fed them too, and they were just everywhere by like hundreds of them. And the funniest part was watching them steal things, steal your glasses or steal your ball cap as you're walking along. As a monkey in a tree, you don't see him. He reaches down and
Grab your ball, and grabs your glasses and all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
just grabs your stuff. and
Yeah, that's the
you're gone.
funny part about it. You know what? When I first went to Monkey Island about 10 years ago, it was completely different then as now. It was very, very rugged then. I mean,
Yes.
all we had was a gate, a road. That's it.
That's it.
Now we have, there were maybe about 20, 30 people there. Now there's hundreds.
Yes, yes.
And then there's courtyards and stuff like that. So it's more of a good touristy place now.
Yes, it
It was
is.
pretty rough before.
Yes, it is.
So, but we've seen hundreds of people, and you see, yeah, you're right. You see every once in a while, you see a hat, you see some glasses, you see some scarf, you see somebody's lunch.
Yes.
The monkeys got it.
Yes.
And one thing that I found surreal is the monkeys really are with you. They're not separated by anything.
No.
They're walking around along everybody else with everybody else there.
Yeah, they're just almost like walk up to you, like sit on a foot, or you turn around and there's one behind you, a
Yeah.
big one behind you, just scoping you out.
Yeah.
To see what they can take from you.
Yeah. So you gotta get you seasoned before you go back to say God and watch your wallets and stuff.
Oh
like that.
yeah, oh yeah. The monkey's got nothing for me except food.
Yeah.
That's all they got from me.
So also we've seen something they didn't have back 10 years ago was the animal show. We didn't get to see too much of it, but what did you think of it?
I thought with the dogs was when he was doing the different tricks with the dogs they brought out to his train. That was really cool. But they brought the crocodile out, and then he was poking on it, and then he was
hand thing
his hand thing in the mouth thing.
Yeah.
That was crazy. And then they put a rope around and pulled him back into the cool water. I thought that was really cool. I haven't seen that in a long time.
Yeah, interesting to have it right there. I mean, they didn't have too much between us and the crocodile or anything. It was one little wall.
That was
You
it.
didn't even say keep out.
No, nothing.
Yeah, well, no, not to get over there.
Hopefully not.
So, okay, and then we went on the mangrove boat ride.
Yes.
What do you think of that? How do you think of that thing?
I thought it was really cool, but it was kind of funny. You and I were sitting on one side,
Yeah, me-
everybody else on the other
Yeah,
side to keep the boat,
leaning on one
yeah,
side
to
there.
keep the boat stable. And I'm used to going swinging back and forth on a boat or air or whatever. But some of the people sitting there weren't very happy because they go around the corner real fast. They go around the other corner real fast. But I thought it was really cool. It was a long ride to get out there, but it was a good ride, really good ride.
Yeah, one thing because I knew we were going to go out to BC Jungle Camp, and I started thinking about the Viet Cong that one time were stationed out there. That was their base.
Right.
And gosh, dang it, they had it rough. You know, I hear the horror stories of Vietnam veterans and I-Corps in the muds or jungles, stuff like that. We're in a tourist area.
Yes.
Okay, it was it was good there. I don't even want to begin to imagine what the people went through back there.
For the day was good. That
It was good for the day, yeah.
that was
And then
good.
we went to BC Jungle Camp,
Yes.
and then for the most part we're on kind of walkways, raised walkways, the whole thing. So we didn't have to walk in the mud or anything like that, which the Viet Cong, they didn't have that back then. What do you think of that? I mean, you've been to Cu Chi tunnels,
Yes.
okay, and now you've been to Vietnam Jungle Camp. What's your experience? Start off with that, going through all that.
That Cu Chi, I was here last time. went to Cucci for the day, and it was very touristy, very commercial, and I thought it was cool running through the tunnels and checking out things, but the BC camp was authentic, and it was more interesting. I thought it was more looking at how people lived during the war back then. It was no place I want to live. It was really bad, but I liked the jungle camp much better than Cucci.
I did too.
That's my
the
opinion.
Cucci tunnels, there's obviously some history there. I respect the fact that they're trying to preserve something like that, but I thought it was a very tourist trap.
Yes.
And something of probably in the video, something in the future here. When you go to the Cucci tunnels, first thing you see when you're actually there are these bomb craters everywhere.
Yes.
And if you know any type of physics, a lot of people died because of bombs hitting everywhere. So first thing I thought, instead of this being a secret BC camp, I look at a mass grave.
Yes.
For a fact a lot of people died. Oh, by the way, we got about 10 minutes before that storm hits us.
We can
so
hit it.
We're gonna
finish
hit
this
it
up.
quickly here.
We can hit it.
So anyway, so you like the BC jungle camp?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What part of that jungle camp you like the best?
I liked when we went over to where the munitions was, and they had all the
real fake munitions.
the fake munitions.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
This is a mine, even though it's made out of tin.
Yeah, exactly. And I liked the
And
guys.
the cordless phone.
Yeah, the cell
So
phone is good.
authentic, the Viet Cong would have cordless phones out
Yes.
there in the jungle. Yeah.
And the mannequin guy holding a hacksaw, trying to cut through that 750-pound bomb. I went, seriously? That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen.
So anyway, your take of the Cucci of the Monkey Island.
I thought it was beyond worth coming out to see. It was very rustic. It was the way it is, and it was things out there. Had a little museum out there to look at stuff.
Oh, that's right.
And
You got to talk to this young kid who was pretty surprised that not only were you an American, you're an American veteran.
yes, young
And
children.
he spent, I don't know, must have been 10, 15 minutes talking to the kid.
Yes, I did. He asked me a bunch of questions, and they had a bunch of rifles and weapons inside the display, and he asked me what they were and what they were used for, and I told him what weapons we have, what weapons the NBA DC had compared to America to other people's weapons. And he listened, and we got a picture of him, and he was really a smart kid. He got it. He understood it.
Yeah, it
really
looked
well.
like he did.
He got
So,
it, and he was very nice.
Okay. Now we got to hurry up here. Let's say you overall, as an American veteran, would you recommend other veterans coming to Vietnam?
Yes, I'd recommend you come here
And why?
Because I think there's two reasons for it. One, Vietnam has a lot to offer. There's a lot of nice hotels in Saigon. There's hotels out here where we're at now, and I think there needs to be some closure. I think veterans need to come out and dump their baggage, like you said earlier, and see that nobody still hates you, and you need
That
to.
they love you now.
Yeah, they love you, and they want to help you out. They've done a lot of things for me since I've been here. I never understood people would do after third time here, but I think it'd be a good place to come and explore and maybe not relive what you had, but to unload what you have.
Probably start with a blank page and
Yes.
start from life.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Another question. What do you think of Can Za compared to the rest of Vietnam?
I think Kansas is a sleeper. I think this place is going to be rocking later on. They have a lot of good stuff going on. I like how the river blocks Saigon from here, and I like
Keeps the riff off from the other
side of it, keeps the other side, and I really like it here. And I personally, some of my health issues have been
Oh,
almost
that's right.
cured. Yeah.
You had you're swelling your feet here.
Yes.
We might show that sometime later here, but my gosh, it's shrunk down to almost normal now.
Look at that.
And
That's
you almost
crazy.
look like you're about ready to those feet about ready to explode because you're being so puffed out.
Yeah, that feet were
So.
really, I got pictures of them I took when we got here, and they were really like fat, big, puffed out. And then after being at the beach and being here for over a week, I guess I've been here. I don't know. I don't know
Lose
what day it is.
track of time.
Yeah, and
So.
and now today you saw them, and your wife saw it, and it was almost down. My left foot's down to normal. My right foot's down to like maybe 10% left. That's it.
So it's been a good experience for you overall.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Did you have to come back more water several times, right?
Well, yeah, because your mom said I can come back anytime.
So, all right. Well, Todd, I want to thank you very much for
Thank
being
you,
our
Dan.
friend and
Thanks
doing
for
this
having me.
interview and your service to our country and all that stuff, and most importantly, being your friend. So
Thank you for being my friend and having me get to stay here with your family, and this has been an awesome trip.
awesome.
It's
Okay.
totally cool.
All right. That's Dan Howard signing off. Hopefully, you'll get this video to you soon.
Cool. Good.
Right. Just in time. Let's get inside.
I like that, Dan. Let's get outside. Thank you. Was it good?
Yeah, pretty good here. Let's go